Rap, R&B vibe. It's a riot. Hottest topics, what you know? It's a riot. Every Friday, 12 to 2. It's a riot. Kalanda K, bring the groove. It's a riot. Radio
I don't even talk to pretty girls in the daytime.
You don't talk to pretty girls?
Hell no. You got it showed out. I can't do it.
Oh my goodness. Listen now. Well, I am honored. Let me say that first,
Wow.
that you would even take the time out to do this interview with me. I am Kalanda K. How did you become Mr. Legendary Rodney Perry on television and in the comedy scene?
You know what? That's a great question. The reality is I just won't quit. You know, I believe, we in this game, this entertainment game, and the only way you lose is to give up and to quit. And so I just keep putting one foot in front of the other, whether that be movies or TV. And to be honest, I'm always trying to stay relevant. So I'm a stand-up comic first, right? But that all my peers that were really working were also actors. And so I start acting, and that has really given me another life. Because people may not know my stand-up, but they know Harold from Medea's Big Happy Family. Or they may not know my stand-up, but they know Cousin Lump from Johnson Family Vacation. So it just makes a difference over a lifetime if you stay kind of diversified.
What would you say to somebody who has multiple talents like that? How do they hone in on just one, or do you say, do them all and see what works?
I mean, I'm kind of torn on that question because I do believe you have to focus on your gift, but God will make use of your other gifts. So don't let those gifts go away. God is still gonna, look at Jamie Foxx. I mean, this guy, he does stand up, he sings, he acts, he does. And so you have more than one gift, and God will make use of those gifts, but you have to focus on something.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. Focus on something. Because what is that old saying they used to say? They say master of none or something. What is it they say?
What do they say? They say jack of all trades, master of none. I mean, you don't want to be the one that's looking stupid. You don't want to look stupid if you can help.
Yes. Okay. I like that. Okay. So your acting career has spanned various genres, from comedy to drama. How do you approach each role differently, and what challenges do you enjoy in each genre?
So I'm a comedian, so generally I get most nods for comedy, right? And so with comedy, the approach is always like, let me see what this character brings, and what do they want me to add to the character? Generally, people want me to improvise something to find something new to the character. Comedy kind of affords me those opportunities. But, if you're dealing with a drama, there's always you got to find a connection between you and the guy. Whoever you're playing. If you're playing a bad guy, like I played a movie, I did a movie called Once Upon a Time in Detroit, where I played a dirty cop, right? And I just understood the guy. The guy, although he was a dirty cop, that was a reason for everything he did. And once you understand the reasons for the guy doing what he's doing, then you can kind of convey that character. So, regardless of the genre, you just got to be honest with the character. Wow. I think,
yeah, honest. Do you have a warm up or prep you do before you hit your scenes?
Hell no. I don't even like people to be shadow boxing me. Shut up. No, but I live in the improv world. My thing is know your lines. Know your lines. If you know your lines, then you can play between the lines. Then you can have fun. Like I'm going on audition this afternoon, and it's one line, right? It's one line, and I had to really sit down with the character and give him a backstory. So I'm like, who is he? He's a Vietnam vet. He never made it through college. His mom passed away. I got to give this guy some. So now those words mean something to me. That even in one line, you want to give your character some layers, and
Yeah.
that informs the character, which gives you stuff behind your eyes that are working. If that makes it.
Wow. That's pure talent. You get one line and go get that port, boy. I swear.
I'm trying to get it. Let me tell you something, Kay. Rodney Perry trying to get me. I need a movie, man.
You got it. We gonna say you got that. Definitely. You got the port. Nothing to worry about. I do want to say you were in one of my favorites, Coming to America too.
Wow. Yes, ma'am.
I have watched Coming to America 1,000s of times, but now too, just even that one is still just as great. Classics are sometimes challenging to remake.
Yes.
But you all did that, and to see you in that, oh my God, how did that make you feel to have that role?
Kalana, let me tell you something. The reason I do comedy is Eddie Murphy. Flat out. So to get to be on the set with this man and for him to go, hey, Rodney Perry, good morning, man. How you doing? I'm like, who is this nigga talking to? He talking to me? I mean, and he was such a regal character, like a regal human being. Like he was like a real king. He's like being around a real king and such a great human being, great guy. And of course, Tracy Morgan and Lunel and Nav Green and Leslie Jones and I go back many, many years. And Arsenio has always been nice to me. So it was a great moment in my career. And I couldn't have asked for it to come at a better place. And don't get me wrong, some people were upset with the movie. They was like, it ain't, how you gonna remake a classic? How you gonna do that? But we needed to see those characters again.
Yes.
And one of a handful of new characters they got in that movie. And I auditioned like everybody else. I went in and auditioned and I knew I booked it.
You knew it.
I knew it.
I mean, like you said, it's to work next to Eddie Murphy, who's been doing this thing since, I think I was in Pampers. Can you, I guess, share any of your memorable or challenging moments from your experiences on movie or TV sets?
Oh, wow. There's so many memories. Of course, Monique and I worked together for a number of years on a TV show called The Monique Show. That was dope because it allowed me to go into people's living room. And to this day, I got people that feel like they know me. Like, do you go to my church? I'm like, no, I don't go to your church, lady. But people think they feel like they know me because of that show, because of, the fact that we came in people's living room every night. And I got to do it with my friend. Monique is my friend. And actually, she just had a birthday 2 days ago. So shouts out to Monique.
Happy birthday. Yeah.
And, but it's so many things, and now what's happening, Kalanda, is this. So I'm the king of Tubi. I got 25 titles on Tubi right now.
Wow.
And it's you just keep working, man, and now with digital and streaming, we're getting to make movies and the movies that we used to do and used to sit on people's shelves people get to see them now.
Yeah.
No matter how good or bad the movie is, people can see it. And so it's the world we're in. And so I guess to answer your question, there's always good and bad in a film. And like say, for instance, I did a movie with here goes a great story. So I go in to read for Medea's Big Happy Family, Tyler Perry movie. And Roger Bob saw me in a comedy club. He said, man, I may have something for you. We're going to call you tomorrow. People always say I'm going to call you tomorrow, and they don't. I thought it was some BS, Kalanda. No,
okay.
He ain't going to call me. The next day I get a call, hey, Rodney, can you come in and read for Harold? They sent me the audition over. Kalanda, it's literally like 15 pages.
Woo.
Auditions ain't never more than 3 or 4 pages.
Oh, my God.
15 pages. I'm like, yo, this is a lot. They send me the whole script. I'm like, okay. So I read it and I go, wow, I know this guy. No, I know this guy. He's married with kids. Him and his wife are going in and out of love at this juncture of their life. I know what that's like. I lived that life. So I knew the guy. I knew Harold. I knew what he was going through. And so I went in, I read. And so the young lady I auditioned with is a lady named Alpha Tyler. She's no longer with Tyler Perry. I read for Alpha. And Alpha, she was like real cool. She's like, look, it's it might, I don't know, if just do your best. And if it's bad, we'll record it again.
Okay.
All right. I said, all right, but I kill it. Kalonda K, I kill it.
I bet.
So she goes, yo, you killed that. And I'm like, wow, okay. So she takes me into another room.
Yeah.
The other room is with a guy named, what's his name? God dang it, it slips my mind. But this is how life goes. The guy who other office we going to booked me on Johnson Family Vacation 10 years earlier. 10 years earlier. So he goes, do I know you? I was like, yeah, I was in Johnson Family. He's like, you was in Johnson Family. So I'm like, yo, okay, here we go. So I read again, read for him. He goes, wow. He said, that was really good. He said, right there. He called Tyler Perry on the phone. Hey, yo, Tyler, we may have Harold, man. Because they had been looking for Harold for months.
Look at how God worked. Yeah.
I don't know this. I don't know this unbeknownst to me at all. So he may have Harold. I said, all right, let him read. So I read for Tyler over the phone.
Wow.
And Alpha read again. He's like, all right. What's his name? Rodney Perry. Rodney Perry. In a relation? No, ain't no relation.
Oh.
So I go. I don't know I got it, Kalonda. I don't know I got it. Before I get home, the wardrobe people is calling me, asking me for sizes and stuff.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I'm like, they haven't booked me yet. She was like, oh, I'm sorry, I gotta call you back. And 5 minutes later, they called me and booked me for the role of Harold Medeiros Big Happy Family. And it was an honor and a privilege to work with the great Tyler Perry because the guy is the hardest working man in America. He is definitely, he's that dude. And one of the highlights for me, first day on the set, and I made him laugh. Like he laughed out loud. Because there's a moment in the movie where I'm chopping the ice in the bucket, and I go, I get more love in jail. And he was like, nigga, that's funny. And so shout out to Tyler Perry and that situation. And you know what? I used to always want Kalonda. I used to always want a hood classic, Friday or something like that. Because all my friends was getting the hood classics, right? But a family movie ain't nothing like it. Like Johnson Family Vacation, but this Big Happy Family, every year these movies get another life.
Yeah.
Every single year, when families get to Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas, these movies get another life. So I've been getting checks off those movies for the better part of the last 20 years. So I can't thank God enough for that.
Yeah, because generations, there's new generations that need to see these classics, just like a Coming to America,
Indeed.
that have not seen it. Those are things we look forward to as families, to showing the kids and stuff. This is what we grew up on. So that's dope. I love that. I love, your grind. So have there ever been any moment where you feel like this is too much, right? Because we human, we're not robots. And how do you handle those moments? What do you do to keep yourself going?
I've only quit once.
Mm.
And I remember it like it was yesterday. So I'm in the Navy. I'm doing stand-up. And I find a comedy show. I go, I go do this comedy show, and there was a gong show. Kalonda K Square.
A gong show. Woo.
They gong the hell out of they gong me. Just let pick up a big ass stick, gong boom. And I was like, maybe this ain't it for me, And I meet less than a couple of days I got see people. Not 3 days later, I meet my best friend, Harry Ratchford.
Okay.
He was my roommate in the Navy, and he was so funny to me. And I was like, man, we need to do comedy together. And he and I became a comedy team for a number of years. And that's why I always say, as long as you don't quit, you got a chance. But yeah, that was my moment. I quit for like a week.
Okay.
I met Harry, and we got back in it together. And he now works for Kevin Hart, and he's still my best friend in the world.
Sure, you have times where you like, man, I got to get up and go to work again, but I'm motivated still. But our bodies take over,
Yeah, your
And
body
so,
and your mind. Yeah, you can easily run out of energy and run out of gas. And the blessing is that we just keep going. You just keep putting one foot in front of the other. And how about this? Remain thankful.
Yes.
Because somebody wants to be in your shoes.
Every day. That's right. That's right. If somebody offered you a part, right, a role, and it was somebody you've always wanted to work with, like Eddie Murphy, and they said it only paid $10, would you still have done it?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And even sometimes, like I just did a project, and these people didn't have no money, man. I was like, and I was gonna say no because they didn't have no money, but I was like, send it to me, let me read it. And I hate reading stuff that I ain't working on. I hate stuff that I ain't working on. But I said, let me read it and let me give you the benefit of the doubt, and then say no.
Okay.
I try not to say no solely on money. Well,
that's good. Some people become too, I say, high and mighty.
You never know when you're talking to the next Spike Lee or something like that. You got to be open to that. Yeah.
See, and that's right. People need to hear that. I think about, in my community, we have a lot of individuals who are still trying to make it, who want to charge $10,000. And I'll be like, but you ain't even made it
yet. Stop.
That's real. And I'll be like, you got to do some things for free sometimes to get to where you're going, right? Like you say, you never know who you passing up by saying, oh, I'm going to charge you this, I'm going to charge you that. So I love to hear that from someone who's been in the game for forever, that sometimes.
This is what I tell people all the time. What you don't know is when the light bill due.
That part.
Your price is your price, but when the light bill due, you be like, you know what? I'll take that $1,500.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. I love that. Okay, well, can you share some insight on the audition processes? Like any advice you would give to an aspiring actor on how to stand out?
How tall are you?
5'1". That's kind of tall to me,
You 5'1" in heels, you motherfucking what? I'm sorry, I cut.
I'm probably like 5'3".
You 5'1" in heels, you 5'7". So you can't be on the screen with Kevin Hart.
Okay, I get that.
Because you looking down on little Kev, but if he's secure enough not to trip off of it, then you working all of a sudden.
Okay, that's dope. So I know we were on a strike for a while, right? And how did that impact you, as far as work and?
Or
did it impact you?
I'm a stand-up, so I was able to work, which is different than some actors. I'm a stand-up, so I can always go to a comedy club and work a weekend, make some money for my family. So that's the good thing. And how about this? During the strike, I worked tirelessly on independent films. I did about 5 of them.
Wow.
And so without crossing the picket line, I was able to work. And so that was a good thing. And that's why I say I'm the king of Tubi right now. I produced a special. I produced some comedy. I did some acting. And so, and one of the directors I work for, one of the producers I work for got me coming in to direct a piece in May of next year.
So, well, listen now, you getting it in. You said work. That strike didn't
you ready
stop
to work?
nothing.
You ready to work?
Yeah, me to work. Listen now.
Be friends. First, I always tell my friends, let's be friends, and then you'll be in the front of my mind when those things come up, those opportunities.
Exactly.
I'm too comfortable. You got me cussing and everything.
Really? That's good. I'm glad. They tell me I feel like family. So I hope that's the same for you right now. I think with the movies you've done, I looked over a lot of things. I already knew some of the things you were in, but I was like, wow, when you kind of really, really dig and research.
Right,
I'm like,
you look at everything. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, a lot of drama, even drama, films and things like that, romantic films. People sometimes
I got a couple kisses on screen too. I got a couple kisses.
Talking about something.
I'll tell my wife when I kiss somebody. I just let her figure it out later. I'll never tell her.
I heard people talk about that. Like, I can't date nobody who acting and they got to kiss somebody else on screen. You know, what is that balance?
Nobody want you. Shut up. No pretty actress want you. You know, she's just doing her job. And so you can't be too, you can't put too much on it. You know, what's her name? Oh, girl that played Big Dee from Half and Half. I kissed her in a project, and we had a. I think she tried to give me a little tongue.
I know. She tried to sneak it on in there.
So I'm like, okay, girl, you better stop playing with me.
They're gonna be like, we cut. No, I love it. I love it. Yeah. So, what are you looking forward to in your next, upcoming events or movies or scripts? Like, what are you looking forward to for Rodney Perry in the next coming years?
If I could play any human being that lived, I did a movie. There's a person. His name is George Kirby. So George Kirby was a stand-up comic in the 70s and the 80s, right? And he had an incredible life, and I want to be able to tell that story. Wow. And, he was doing great he was an impressionist. He did impressions, and he was great. But the guy, started smuggling drugs across country and got caught up on that, ended up going to jail and the whole nine. It's a really interesting story. And I want to tell that story if I could play a human being that lived.
Okay, in a document, like a whole remake of his life or something like that, right? Yeah. And I think that's important, because we really, the generations, sometimes I feel like they don't know really where we started when it came to
people that fall through the cracks. Yeah, it's people that fall.
Yeah, exactly. And highlighting those people that we like, oh man, they did kind of, these are shoulders we're standing on.
Did you do your own makeup?
But I worked hard on it. It took me hours. I was like, wait a minute, I can't.
It looked incredible. You did a great job.
Oh,
come on, smoky eyes. Come on, smoky eyes.
Look at you. People don't know, boy. I had to start about. I had to be at a Guy Tori show yesterday.
Okay.
And so
he did Fat Tuesday in the city. Yes.
It was last week. I interviewed him before his show.
He gonna give you some good stuff, and he also gonna roast you a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, he did roast me. He roasted me. Talking about he worked for the WIC office and talking about I probably don't know. We went there. We had a whole little debate back and forth, but I ain't never had no Jonas skills, so I can't roast them back.
You can handle it. You can handle it. You'll be all right.
Yeah, I can handle it. But
so pretty girl, you can always be like, yeah, but I'm pretty. You ain't.
Well, I am so thankful. I know I have to respect your time, but moving forward, I want to get your information out here, but I want people to know, where to find you and how to continue to follow you and just really learn from you, and your journey.
Wow, very kind. Rodney Perry Live on all social media. I do a podcast every single day. I just got off of it. That's why I was still kind of lurking around. That's why we got on here earlier. But it's called Rodney Perry Live. It's on YouTube every single day. It's me and my friends. We talk and laugh, and it's 1 hour. It's a power hour. It's fun. I want you to come on one day if you can. And we just have some games and stuff. Fun. What else do I do? Rodney Perry Live again. All the social media is Rodney Perry Live. Yes.
Rodney Perry Live. Y'all heard it best from Rodney Perry himself. So I'm excited. I'm definitely going to air our interview on my radio show, Radio Riot, where I am trying to make a change in my community when it comes to entertainment, musicians, comedians, everything that everybody do. I'm also a business owner, so I own several businesses as well. But, my goal is to build unity, diversity, inclusion, and just to break down the barriers of what you got to do to get there, but that there's truly people who pass down.
I'll go to P. Diddy house.
Right? So somebody looking at you, and I think about the people that pour into you. All are more, kind, and you all are really giving back, and that's major. You all don't have to sit and talk to little old me, is how I always say it. You could be doing anything else in the world. So I'm grateful and I appreciate you for your time today.
Wow, very kind. Thank you, Miss Kalonda K.
Thank you. And that's Rodney Perry, y'all. And we are out today. Don't go nowhere. We are out today. I'm going to stop this recording.